What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and it's the Everton v Crystal Palace final reaction with you, John.
Thank you, Michael. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all having a good weekend, a good Sunday.
Oh, shit. Oh, JK. What did you think of the game yesterday?
Well, it wasn't a perfect performance by any stretch of the imagination, but I said this in the match preview, and I also said it in the reaction yesterday, that this point in the season, it's not really about performances now. It's about picking points up. And Ancelotti's also said if he had to pick between the two, points mean more to him. So, and I think for most Evertonians, they'll take points over performance, especially where we're flying up the league at the minute. We're chasing them European spots. So, as I say, it wasn't a great performance, but it was another 3 points in the bag. That's 17 out of 24. Ancelotti's picked up now 1 defeat in 11. So, when he come in, we knew we were getting a world-class manager. And again, he's proven exactly that. He is a world-class manager.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to say that as a result, in terms of, Crystal Palace, they played well. They didn't play bad at all. I was just having a little look at the stats while we were talking, and I've just seen the Sheffield United results. So they've won 2-1. So they're still putting their pressure on the top four. I mean, which is mad, really. So it was a massive result for Everton yesterday. What's next? What is next?
See, I had a conversation with you a while back, and I'm going to say it on the channel now, that you said you reckoned we'd finished about 10 or 11th, and we had a £10 bet on that, and you've admitted today you'll probably give me a tenner at the end of the season. Yeah. Listen, 2 months ago when Marco Silva got sacked, we were 18th in the league, and I was thinking what you were thinking, get safe from the relegation zone, move up that league, and we would have been happy with, 10th, 11th for the position we were in when Marco Silva was there. But all of a sudden, we're flying up the league. And as you say, Sheffield United have won 2-1 today. Bournemouth were winning 1-0 as well. And I was made up with that. And then I even would have been happy with the draw. But as you say, Sheffield United are flying. So, we've got games coming up now. The teams above us and around us, where if we can win, a couple of them games, really puts the pressure on that top four. And I've said for a couple of weeks now, top four isn't out the question. So the answer to your question, what's next? I can just see us winning more games than games we're going to lose. So carry on going up that league. Minimum is fifth to sixth for me now.
Fair enough. In terms of the Europa League, and obviously we were talking about it, and we mentioned it yesterday, Everton played really well yesterday in terms of when they went to 1-1. Palace had the opportunity to make it 2-1. There was a fumble in the box. We had a different mentality. In the Europa League, to get to the Europa League, that's what we need. We accept that we're not brilliant in every position. We're certainly not. Jordan Pickford is not having a good season. Michael Keane isn't. The centre of midfield has been questioned at times. But I'm starting to see that we grind out results when we need to. And that was really positive from yesterday, because I don't think it was a good performance, but it was enough to get the win.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've said this for a few weeks now about, our mentality had to change, and it has changed. And, as I said to you earlier on the phone, yesterday, that's a game we're not winning under Marco Silva. We're not. We're not. You know what I mean? The Watford game last week, we wouldn't have won that game under Marco Silva. And I've gone on about this for weeks now. I was jealous of the other team across the park, their mentality. They've got their mentality spot on. But our mentality is changing now. The players believe they can go out and they can win every game. We've got a manager who's positive. You mentioned Jordan Pickford there. I've watched the game again today, and he should be saving their goal, to be fair. But then after that, he pulled off a great save. So, he is capable of pulling off saves in games when he's needed to, but also he can be very vulnerable to making mistakes like he did yesterday.
Yeah, that's very fair. So I'm going to ask you a question. Everton are out the cups, and Everton finished 7th this season. After where we were, would you be happy with that?
Oh yeah, all day, all day. And that's what I said before, you know, when Ancelotti come in, we would have been happy with, you know, 10, 11, 12, you know, but with the results and the way it's going, I'd be more than happy. And I've always said I'm not a lover of the Europa League, but if there's money there to spend in the summer, we can make the squad bigger with better quality players. So I'm sure we could handle being in the Europa League.
Yeah. And when we played, I thought yesterday when we got on the ball, I seem to see a composure that I've not seen in a long time. And specifically, I will mention one name, Morgan Schneider. He was very composed on the ball yesterday. He didn't rush anything. You know, you can't say that of Sigurdsson. He did occasionally rush things. I think he's really, really improved under Ancelotti. Not just him, though. I'm going to throw a few names in. Theo Walcott, lovely turn, gets the ball over. Well, it certainly improves. I think Richarlison, his mentality. You said it yesterday. You said Richarlison's become a man. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I think the record was he scored about half a goal every game, or half a goal every 5 games. Under Ancelotti, his scoring record is a gazillion times better. So we're doing much better everywhere. And it's really, really testament to Ancelotti, that is, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know, I've said this a few times as well. Ancelotti's getting the best out of, you know, average players, you know, and as you say, Schneidlin, you know, 2 months ago he was a target for the Boo Boys, and rightly so, but he's become a better player under Ancelotti. I don't know what he's done with him. I don't know whether he's given him a kick up the arse. I don't know. I thought Coleman yesterday had his best game of the season for us.
Yeah.
As you say, Walcott, great crossover. It's probably the best cross he's put over in a blue shirt, to be fair, that yesterday. Great finish.
In his life.
Yeah, in his life, yeah. So there is players there who Ancelotti is getting another 20, 30% out of. And that 20, 30% in the Premier League means a lot. It's a big, big, big difference, that. And, you know, and I go back to the Marco Silva days where you've got players doing interviews saying, oh, he's a great man, we love playing for him. Have they got to say that? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, these players now, the way they're playing, weren't playing like that under Marco Silva. But whatever Ancelotti's done, and he, you know, it's little simple things like, as you say, Sigurdsson, Schneidlin having time on the ball, finding space, more composure. And it's just little things that Ancelotti's done to these players who weren't performing under Silva, and it's improving them massively, and it's improving the team. You know, yesterday, Morgan Schneiderlin probably had one of his best halves for Everton for a long time, and it's just little things, but he's getting the best out of these players now.
Yeah, do you know what really did it for me? Is Morgan Schneiderlin. He gets the ball 91st or 2nd minute, and he's bombing into the box, and I'm shouting, "Come on, Morgan, you deserve this!" And he passes it out. It was terrible, but I just love the fact that, you know, he did play well yesterday. Morgan Schneiderlin, I mean, the BBC have given Richarlison man of the match, and I can certainly understand why. But for me, he certainly had a better performance, and I was really, really happy for him, because you were right. He's had the Boo Boys, and the composure was there. The passing was better. I felt more comfortable when Yuri Mina had the ball, for example, yesterday. You know, he does put the shits up, mate, but he was better yesterday.
Yeah, and also what you say there about Richarlison, you know, I said to the lad Jay next to me, as soon as he picked that ball up from the little flick header from Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I said to him, he's going all the way, yeah. And, you know, he did. And only for that goal, Morgan Schneiderlin would have run Richarlison very, very close for man of the match yesterday, but he scored a great goal. You know, it was also off his head where it come back off the bar that Calvert-Lewin scored his goal, and that was a great effort as well with his head from where he headed it from. So Morgan Schneiderlin would have run him close yesterday for the man of the match, but you know, for the bits of brilliance and the bits of magic that Richarlison did do, that's why he got it from me, and obviously that's why he's got it from the BBC.
Yeah. Okay. So in terms of Palace, what did you think of them?
Well, you know, I was expecting more from Palace because we said the other night their away record is better than their home record, and you know, I was unsure whether Wilfred Zaha played yesterday, and I was just thinking to myself today when I was watching the game again, thank God we didn't spunk a shitload of cash on him, because for me, he done nothing yesterday. I've always liked Van Aanholt. I think he had a couple of shots yesterday. One of them hit the post early on in the game. But, you know, they're teams that we should be beating at home. You know, they are, especially if we're aspiring to chase that top 5, top 6 down or what have you. So, yeah, I expected more from Palace. I expected more. I know Pickford pulled off one great save from a point-blank header. But I think once Everton went 2-1 up, there was only one team going to win it, to be fair.
Fair. Okay. Right, last thing I'm going to ask you. And a little bit of a discussion on. So our next 4 fixtures are Arsenal away, Man United at home, Chelsea away, and Liverpool at home. If you want Everton to be in the Europa League, how many points do we get from them 4?
I'm not being funny. If we want us to be in the Champions League, would be a better question, because you know what I mean. Only because I think Arsenal are beatable. They're hot and cold under Arteta. Chelsea, I was talking to someone this morning actually when I was out working, and we were saying about Chelsea, they're not what they were, and you know, they've got Frank Lampard as a manager, and they're hot and cold. Man United, to be fair, I think we'll finish above Man United this season. So, and then Liverpool with Man City's game getting cancelled today, it looks like, because now they've got the game in hand City, Liverpool can't win the league at Goodison now. Which is a good thing, because obviously City will have a game in hand. So it won't have been played before we play Liverpool at Goodison. Points, I'll be happy with a point at Arsenal, but I think we're quite capable of getting 3.
Yeah.
I think we can beat Man United.
Yeah.
Chelsea will be a tough place to go. I'll be happy with a point there. You know, and then you've got the derby. Form goes out the window, but by the time that comes, hopefully our form will still be the form that we're in now. So it'll be 2 informed teams playing each other. And what a time it'd be to get 3 points off Liverpool.
Yeah, just before that invincible record could potentially get broken.
Yeah, I can't see them going unbeaten all season, to be fair. I think the league's won now. I think once the Champions League games start up again, I think he'll start concentrating on them more. He knows the league's won. We all know they've won the league. But, you know, with them games coming up, it's good that we've got them games coming up, because they are against teams around us. So, you know, if we want to finish above them teams and chase that top 4, listen, Champions League's going to be a tough one to get. But while there's enough points to get it, and while we're playing the way we're playing, and the run of form we're on, and the teams above us are hot and cold, I won't discount top 4.
I think if we want top 4, we need to get 8 points
out of them 4 games.
Yeah. Or if we want Europa League football, I think we need 6.
6 is doable. 6 is doable. Very, very, very doable against them teams. 8 is not out the question. You know, as I say, them teams are capable of getting beat by Everton. The way we're playing, you know, and it's not pretty, but then we turn performances in like we did against Newcastle. It was our best performance of the season, apart from the last minute and a half. Do you know what I mean? And Watford, you mentioned before, the mentality, the winning mentality was there. We won that in the final couple of minutes. You know, yesterday when we went 2-1 up, there was only one winner. We're capable of beating them teams above us. So, you know, while it's still possible, chase that top 4. Bare minimum now is Europa League for me.
Fair enough. John, anything else you want to add?
No, not much really. Just I did see the other day that the players have got 5 days off now, and between the winter break that we've got, we are organising a behind closed doors friendly for Andre Gomez. Hopefully he'll come through that unscathed, and hopefully he'll be in the squad for the Arsenal game, which is up next.
Yeah, I agree. Do you know what impressed me yesterday as well? And I forgot to mention it, but Bernard getting a goal, adding to them goals. You know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin now is on 13 goals and 1 assist. Richarlison's on 11 goals and 4 assists. Bernard's on 3 goals and 2 assists. It was good to see him getting another goal. because we need the players to chip in. And we won yesterday because the players did chip in. Everyone chipped in.
Yeah.
I was really happy yesterday, and I do think it looks positive for the rest of the season. I really, really do.
Yeah, in December, we were all looking at the season was over. All we were looking at, all we had was a relegation fight. 2 months down the line, we're chasing European football now.
Yeah.
So as you say, Bernard, listen, I love Bernard. He's my sort of player. He's tenacious. He'll put a foot in. He chips in with the odd goal, but he gives us all. And I love players like that. I loved Anders Limpard, and he just reminds me of Anders Limpard, Bernard does. So, Ancelotti's improved him, and as you say, he's improved other players as well. So look, it's looking rosy. It's looking bright for the future for the rest of the season. We're chasing European football, and it stands us in good stead for next season as well. Have a good summer transfer window, and see where we go next season, because the in the form table since Ancelotti took over, it's only Liverpool who are higher than us in the form table.
Yeah, true. All right, John, I shall leave it there, my friend.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks to everyone.